Let us hear the story of Mrs. Samantha Ghosh. Mrs. Samantha is a 65-year-old lady who has diabetes and is taking insulin for that. She is very much health conscious. She takes her medication regularly and does regular physical exercise. At one beautiful sunny morning, she went on jogging with her husband. The humidity was relatively higher, and both of them were sweating a lot. Suddenly, Mrs. Samantha was feeling dizzy and she collapsed in front of her husband. Although she regained her consciousness within a very short period of time, but being so much worried, they have made an appointment with Dr. Deepu. Let us hear from her.
Doctor, today morning while doing jogging with my husband, I felt dizzy and collapsed. Please help me, doctor.
Now it is the job of Dr. Deepu to solve the mystery of Mrs. Samantha. But to solve the mystery, Dr. Deepu has to know how to approach a case of dizziness. Let's dig deep into it. First, we have to know that dizziness is actually a vague term. Dizziness can be due to vertigo or it can be due to lightheadedness that can lead to temporary loss of consciousness that is called syncope. So the first question should be, what was she meaning by dizziness exactly? Was she feeling like the whole world was spinning around her, that is vertigo? Or she was feeling like she was about to lose her consciousness, that is lightheadedness or presyncope? Whether there was any real loss of consciousness, that is syncope. So let's ask her.
I was feeling lightheadedness and then collapsed.
So her dizziness and collapse is a case of presyncope and syncope. But still, Dr. Deepu has to go a lot of way to solve the puzzle. To solve the puzzle, Dr. Deepu has to know the causes of presyncope and syncope. Now, to know the causes of presyncope and syncope, Dr. Deepu has come to the office of National Communist Party. Oops, it's a party office. That's being political. Here, National goes for neurological, Communist goes for cardiological, and party goes for postural hypertension. The neurological causes of syncope are vasovagal syncope or subclavian still syndrome or carotid sinus hypersensitivity and situational syncope. The cardiological causes are either due to any outflow obstruction like aortic stenosis or hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy, or it can be due to any arrhythmia like ventricular tachycardia. The causes of postural hypertension are hand. Here H goes for hypovolemia, A goes for anemia or adrenal insufficiency, N goes for autonomic neuropathy due to long-term diabetes or long-term Parkinson's disease. D goes for drugs, such as vasodilator drugs. All of these differential diagnoses can be ruled out only by asking three sets of questions. They are before, during, and after. For the before, we have to ask what was she working, that is, what was she doing, and how was she feeling? If she was running and then suddenly felt some chest pain and palpitation and then collapsed, then the cause is cardiac outflow obstruction like aortic stenosis or hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy. If she was doing something at hot and humid climate and sweating a lot and she was feeling nausea and flushing and then collapsed, then this can be vasovagal syncope. If it was something like that, she was reaching out her hand to pick something overhead and then fainted, then this can be subclavian still syndrome. We can also rule out sensory aura that is found in seizure. Isn't that simple? Then for the during, we have to ask for how long she was unconscious. Was there any jerky movement or tongue bite to rule out seizure? Then for the after, we have to ask, how did she get back to normal? Whether it was spontaneously or by any sugary drink to rule out hypoglycemia. Whether there was any confusion, headache, or limb weakness after she regained her consciousness. This is to exclude post-ictal confusion. So let's ask her. So, Mrs. Samantha, what were you doing before this? And did you have any unusual sensation?
I was running and suddenly I felt some chest pain with racing pacing of heart. Then I collapsed.
For how long you were unconscious? Did anyone notice any jerky movement, tongue bite, or frothiness of mouth during this period?
I was unconscious for about 30 to 40 seconds, but my husband said there was no jerking movements or tongue bite during this period.
How did you get back to normal, Samantha? Did you take any sugary drink?
No, I got back my consciousness automatically.
So, based on the history, Dr. Deepu now has three possibilities in his mind. This can be either any cardiac cause, or vasovagal syncope, or hypoglycemia. But before being faint, she was not having any features like any nausea or flushing. So, vasovagal syncope is ruled out. She's taking insulin, so hypoglycemia is a possibility. But she regained her consciousness automatically without any intervention. So, hypoglycemia is also ruled out. Only cardiac cause is left. Now, Dr. Deepu has started doing physical examination. And while suddenly putting the stethoscope over the chest and listening to her chest, he has found something suspicious. Bingo! There is an ejection systolic murmur at the right second intercostal space, and this ejection systolic murmur has radiation to the carotid. Eureka! This is a case of aortic stenosis, and Dr. Deepu has finally come to a diagnosis. So, do you want to be a sharp and smart clinician like Dr. Deepu? Then join our exclusive long clinical consultation mastery course where we'll discuss many of these approaches and we'll also make you practice each of these prompts separately so that you can become as smart clinician as Dr. Deepu. You can join our WhatsApp group or make a knock at the given number. For now, bye-bye and see you later.